what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy. Brian Kelly will be off the hot seat after 2025. Expects a big year from LSU, and I can't help but feel a little bit like the GTA San Andreas meme. Oh, here we go again, right? Because I know, look, I said I was not going to do it again, right? I'm not going to sit here for our 8-month offseason hyping up LSU once again. But like, guys, objectively, LSU looks like they could be pretty damn good next year. You know? I mean, they were already pretty good this year. They're returning a ton. Defensively, from 2 years ago to last year. And I don't even want to bring up the fact again that with each passing round of the NFL playoffs, what Matt House did should be tried in Nuremberg. It is akin to a war crime, a college football war crime, whatever. To go from where you were defensively 2 years ago to this last year was a massive improvement. Now you're adding more talent. You're going to be stronger at every single position group. Find me a group on defense that will not be better this year. Maybe the edge guys. Maybe. But even then, you got talent there.
They're deeper.
They're deeper. That's what every single group will get better defensively. Another year on task where we believe are much better defensive coaches. An offense with a quarterback that opens up as second in the Heisman odds. Weapons that were already really good, getting even better. Really, it's all about the offensive line. A running back room that's got better. It's about the offensive line. How will they perform? But even the offensive line last year was a bit underwhelming. So on paper, and then you look at LSU bringing in the number one portal class in the country, and you look at all the teams and what great portal classes have done to them recently, and all of a sudden, on paper, I mean, here we go again, dude. Is LSU a legitimate playoff team next year? I won't ask, are they a contender? Because they absolutely are. Whether or not they will follow through on said contention remains to be seen. Like, are they potentially championship good next year?
I think the transfer portal class that's coming in and what we already have does excite me a lot.
How could it not?
Yeah. And what was it, number 8 recruiting?
Yeah. Great
like
top
that.
10 class.
Yeah.
You lose Underwood, but he was never going to factor in next year anyway.
Yeah.
And then that becomes the catalyst actually for incredible fundraising that ends up leading the portal class. Also, then you shift some of that money. You go get the big O-line recruit. Is it Solomon Thomas?
Yeah.
So, yes, a good recruiting class, a great portal class, and a shrewd portal class. Yep. From a roster construction standpoint, everywhere you had a need, you have now checked that box, right? I mean, with the addition of, who was the safety recently from NC State?
Cooley, Tamarcus Cooley.
Yeah, with the addition of Tamarcus Cooley. Now, granted, you can maybe still get some stuff around the edges if you want, but with the addition of Cooley, you need a tight end, okay, you got a couple. Pass catcher and a big yackle. You need safety, okay, you got him. And you got some other defensive back help as well. You needed offensive lineman, interior, and on the edge. Well, you got him in Braylon Moore and Josh Thompson. So you had needs going into this part, and you checked the needs with high-value players. So, yeah, objectively, there should be a ton of pressure on Brian Kelly next year to contend for championships and to make the playoff, to make a 12-team playoff. There's no excuse, really.
Yeah, I think we go into Clemson and beat Clemson in the opener.
So here we arrive at the one thing that I will not do, that I will not and cannot do. No, Sam, I do not care if it's in a house with a mouse or a box with a fox. I will not choose LSU to win the opening game. I will not do this.
I will.
Sam, I can't do it again.
I will. I'm calling it right now, 8:45.
I've done it
January
5 years
20th.
in a row.
LSU
done it
beats
5
Clemson.
years in a row.
31-20.
I cannot go to 6.
Well, and then you can say, okay, well, they played these great teams week 1. I mean, outside of Florida State 2 years ago, like
whatever
USC was super average. Florida State, the first year wasn't that great.
No.
You lost to Mississippi State and KJ Costello and then a UCLA team that finished like 8-4 that year. So it's not like you're even playing juggernauts. Like, I'm kind of with you. Like,
No,
I'm
Clemson
one of the
will
more
be
optimistic LSU people, but like I can't pick them until they prove us right.
Clemson will be the second best team that you will have faced in this streak to the undefeated Florida State team. They're probably even better than that year one Florida State team that you lost to. So, no. I think they'll be really good, but I'm not picking them to win the first game of the season. I can't do it. They got to prove me wrong.
The best part is, I mean, you have a heavyweight matchup week 1 because everything you just talked about with LSU, you could say the same thing with Clemson, right? They have the returning quarterback. They have a lot of talent at receiver that they actually grew organically because at the beginning of last year, you would have said, Clemson doesn't have that many good receivers. They were young guys. They got a lot better as the season going along. They'll have a good running game. They always have a pretty good defense. LSU's defense should be better. So, like, we're going to find out pretty quickly how for real this LSU team is.
We'll see.
I still think they beat Clemson.
I hope you're right, because then the playoff hype would be shot to the moon. Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.